Good evening and welcome to everyone. You join us for this 2020 match between the Punjab Power and the Bangalore Crowns. I'm Mike Atherton, and alongside me today is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Thanks, Athers. We're almost ready to get underway. Earlier, I took a look at the conditions. And it's pretty apparent, even before you take a proper look, that they'll be looking at batting first on this pitch. It's very dry on top, and it could make any run chase later. I'd say this is just giving away a huge advantage by choosing to bowl first. Everything about the pitch says there are runs to be had, and I reckon the bowlers are going to have a difficult time. Lovely shot to start the innings. Unfortunate they just couldn't find a gap.
Waiting. Finds the fielder with that shot. There's trouble here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Yep. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Wait there.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
That's the over. The Royal Challengers are 10 for none. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Super shot.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Oh, nice bowling.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
We're on.
Couldn't get it through the field. Good pickup. Big chance.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yes.
Couldn't have played that any better.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed.
Yep.
If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come. Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep.
Great shot.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Brilliant shot, that.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Singh from the north end.
Catch it!
They'll get at least one. Great catch. First ball of the over.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Beaten on the drive.
Bit of a wild delivery. I would have been calling it wide, but the umpire didn't agree with me.
Nicely played.
It was full, and good night. Hit it well to pick up 4.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Just about timed that perfectly.
Not needed. A poor line and length. Not much effort needed to hit that to the boundary.
Singh shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
13 runs added there. The Royal Challengers are 47 for 1.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Massive chance.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Misses everything.
Well bowled.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yep.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
Didn't keep the foot behind the line. Just a slight tweak to the run-up will sort it out. Good bit of timing there.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Yep.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Yep.
A direct hit and this could be gone. Could that be out? Looks so.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Oh, what a shot that is off your first ball.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Had to clear the front leg in order to get under the ball and did brilliantly to hit it straight back over the bowler's head.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Oi. Nice bowling.
Misses out there on the short wide one.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You really can't bowl like that. It got what it deserved.
Oh, well bowled.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Absolutely nailed it.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be very happy with that.
Oh, bowling.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Quick onto that in the infield.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and guided nicely down towards third.
Super piece of timing.
Well, that was just textbook. Gets under it and with enough power lifts that ball over the top and it just keeps going.
End of the over. End of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. 3 extra fielders are now allowed outside the circle. Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Sharma will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Sharma didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Could be close.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Oh, yes.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Royal Challengers are 112 for 3. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good, Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yes.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Waiting.
Right in the slot, probably hit it too hard, crunched it straight to the fielder.
Nice shot.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That's gone a long, long way, well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
18 runs added there. The Royal Challengers are 130 for 3. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Starting to hit their stride. A fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep. No.
This could be trouble.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Wait.
Caught.
Yeah!
Gone.
That was a blistering knock right on top of the bowling. Tried once too many times. The show ends, but they'll receive a warm reception from the crowd.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Well, not bad for your first ball. Pumped away and starts their innings with a boundary.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries. Well placed. Should get a single.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Timed that brilliantly.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Wait.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Over. The Royal Challengers are 163 for 4. Nice shot, runs possible.
Yep.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away. A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep.
Into the gap, nice shot.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Catch!
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
177 for 4.
Right out of the middle.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Lovely bowling.
Nice bowling.
That was lovely bowling, just not getting the reward it deserved. Must have been a whisker away from hitting the wickets.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something pretty special to break it up. Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Middle that one, great timing.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
Haven't wasted a lot of deliveries, played some big shots, mixed in with good smart cricket, and they've reached 50.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep. Yep.
What great reactions, brilliant catch close in.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Yes.
And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field. Good pick-up, big chance.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yes.
That's off the middle of the bat.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
6 runs added in the over. The Royal Challengers are 201 for 6. Stoinis, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
The batsman brings up their half-century.
Well, it's a case of blink and you miss it with this innings. 50 brought up and what a devastating passage of play it's been.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4.
Stoinis has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Well bowled. Waiting.
Perfect technique and placement.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
Too full. Got what it deserved.
The timing on that was fantastic. Straight back at the bowler and raced away for 4.
Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Yep.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Gone. It's a good catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Nicely played.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Good bit of timing there.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Really charging towards three figures now. Absolutely hammered that one.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
I'm loving this innings. It's been built with solid strokes, and that was another one with immense power.
Yep.
Fantastic catch.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Yep.
They'll get at least one. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yes.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
That's it. Yep.
Oh, that is a great catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. They'd look for a couple here. That's out. Caught. It's been a fantastic display of batting that we've seen. It'll be a tough ask to chase down a total like this, but the pitch is still looking good. Just need a good start.
Yep.
Edged. Unplayable.
Singh gets off the mark.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Wait there.
Straight to the fielder.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep. Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Waiting.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
End of the over, 4 off it. The Kings are 4 for none. Hazelwood coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Wait on. Yep.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Waiting.
Gone!
Yeah!
Excellent catch, close to the bat.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Bowler.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Nicked it. A massive appeal. Certainly looks close. Maybe a bit of bat. Singh is quick to review this. It'll be interesting to see the outcome of this.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble.
A brilliant decision to review. They bat on. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Huge edge. Caught.
Yeah!
One of the easiest catches you'll see.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Stoinis comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
7 runs added there. The Kings are 11 for 2.
Yep.
Finds the edge.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Yep.
Gets off 0 with that shot. That'd have been a little nervy. That'll settle the nerves.
Yes. Yep.
There'll be runs here. Loud shout.
Yep.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and let the ball do all the work, really, to push it down towards third man.
The end of a tidy over. Batting
Yes.
doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building. Nice shot, runs possible.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yes. Keeper.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yep. Keeper. Yep.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Kings are 26 for 2. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Stoinis shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Yes.
Super shot.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Wait.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over. 8 off it. The Kings are 34 for 2. Hazelwood from the north end. Going with pace now.
Captain is going with the medium pacer.
Yep. Yep.
Nice shot.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball.
Send.
Good return back from the deep.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yes.
Big edge.
Keeper's end. Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Waiting.
Well, not a great delivery, got it full, lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Seven runs added in that over. The Kings are 41 for 2. The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle.
Yep. Yes.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. Drives and misses everything.
Bowling.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
It's a fine sweep, effortless to get to the boundary.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yes.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep, yep.
Out! Good catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it'd be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Neville, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Yes. Keeper, keeper.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Neville takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
Sharma with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yep.
Smeared away. Don't think it'll go all the way.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
That's the over. The Kings are 59 for 3.
Captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yep. Keeper. Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Waiting.
Clipped neatly off the pads. Should get 4.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4. Just threw the shot too early.
Wait on.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot ball.
5 runs added in that over. The Kings are 64 for 3.
A change in the field now. More emphasis on defence.
Yes.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Keeper, keeper!
A couple on offer here. Loud appeal. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yes!
It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep!
Couldn't have hit that any better.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep!
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yes! Keeper's end!
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yes! Bowlers!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yes!
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yes!
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Bowler's end! Yep!
They'll get at least one. Eight runs added there. The Kings are 80 for 3. Back go the stumps, miss the straight ball.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
No waiting around. Off the mark straight away.
Catch!
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Keeper!
Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Wait on!
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
End of the over. The Kings are 82 for 4.
Yes!
There'll be one run here for them. Edged it. Confident appeal. Could it be? Dives and takes a nice catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Well bowled.
Well, it's beaten them entirely. The only other thing it could have done was knock over the stumps.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep. That was
Huge appeal.
Yep.
Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Yes, keeper.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yes.
Middle that one. Great timing.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Yep.
Sharma ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Oh, nice bowling.
Tried to get the drive away. Didn't time the shot well and threw to the keeper. Jansen will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Yep.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Waiting. Yep.
well placed, should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
5 runs in that over. The Kings are 101 for 5. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yes.
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Right on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Waiting.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
Yes.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery, got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Wait.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Yep.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Hazelwood back on now.
The attack for the Bangalore Crowns.
Yep. Yep.
Nicely played.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Yep.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yes.
End of the over. 17 runs coming from it. The Kings are 128 for 5.
Yep.
Off the body and they scamper through for a run.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep. Keeper.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong and it's going to take something special to break it up.
Right on.
Strong appeal.
Went there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Kings for 133 for 5. Hazelwood from the south end.
No interest in that one from the batter. Hazelwood will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Edge, unplayable. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Good catch. Out.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Drives and misses everything.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Edge, what a ball. Out, caught.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Big appeal. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep. Yeah.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yes.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Top-class innings, been playing very nicely out there, and that brings up the half-century. This could very easily have gone either way. Brilliant cricket from both sides, and it's a shame there had to be a loser.
From all of us in the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match.